So, my last video about how a radio station does an outside broadcast did very well. So let's do it again. Today we've got a bit of a weird one. So we are going to be broadcasting for the whole of Christmas. So from the 23rd, which is today, until the 3rd of January, we are going to be broadcasting from this shop front in Wrexham city centre. It's lovely, it's part of Chapter Court, and yeah, we're rigging it up now. Today we have got our rack PC from the studio. We've got the Studer micro core, which connects to these micro faders, which are really nice. They've got Dante in them, that's why I brought them. And then we've got a PowerPlay headphone amp, which is lovely to use. And we've also got a phone. At the moment, I'm currently waiting for Alan to bring us internet because this unit doesn't have internet at the moment. So we're making do and using a 4G antenna. I'm kind of going to walk over here and anticipate Alan walking and walking. No, Alan's not here. But yeah, we've brought a bit of stuff. This is definitely not it. But we're making a good start on it. You're proper proud, aren't you? We've done a couple of other bits to the studio since we last recorded. So we've got an Ethernet switch now, which is arguably like a really important part of it. We've also got Alan. Talk people through what this is up here.
This is my octopus, or the squid, I call it the squid. So this is basically providing us internet for the next 10 days.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous. How much data do you have, Alan?
Technically it's unlimited. We've got 125 that I've paid for already.
Yeah.
But that's 125, and another 100 if we need to.
Yeah.
We've been averaging for a sort of an 8-hour broadcast. We've been averaging about 4.5 gigs.
Yeah.
So we're going to see. We've never run an entire studio like this quite off of that, so we're going to see how that plays.
Yeah, we basically brought our studio with us, and the network configurations are very, very set in stone usually. So we're just trying to make all the equipment like the new network because it's on a different subnet. But look at that! That was quite impressive actually.
I think we should give a shout out to our sound and light team who've lent us a cabinet for.
Yes, thank you to Orb Sound and Lighting.
It's super helpful having a cabinet.
Very helpful. Right, let's carry on with this LAN configuration. So, it's finally over. I've decommissioned this now, and we are just running back on our old setup. So I can give you a little bit more of an in-depth tour of what's going on here at Calon FM to do our temporary studio build. I just want to thank our partners, Orb Sound and Lighting. They've given us a rack for us to put all of our stuff in for the two or so weeks that we've been here, and it's been super useful. So just taking you through what we've got here. We've got the PowerPlay from Behringer. Unfortunately, we don't have the right cabling to make that work, so we put it in the rack and it's a bit useless. But it's there, it looks pretty right. Then you've got the Studer micro core, which is the brain for our digital desk, and then you've got the transmission server, or transmission PC should I say, with what seems to be an incorrect password on the top. I think that was added when we had these computers commissioned, so I can promise you the passwords aren't Calon FM anymore. Let's see how this all works together. In terms of audio, everything is digital, except for on the microphones. They're brought into analog lines at the back. Excuse the mess, but yes, you can see the analog XLR cables going into the back there, and you can see barely anything coming out. The only thing that's really plugged in are the headphones, which you can see at the bottom left, and then you've got a bunch of Ethernet cables. So that works our Dante system, that also works the internet, so we can access the interface of it and all general things like that. I think I've got everything there. Oh yeah, it connects the microfader, microfader things as well. So the broadcast audio comes from here, and it basically goes over the internet or a local network into this, and then you can access that as normal audio. And on Windows, it just shows up as a normal audio card, which is fab. It's then just a case of assigning our channels as Dante channels. So the output of 1 and 2, or 5 and 6, would go into inputs 5 and 6. That's literally it. So all of this gets mixed into the program bus, which then gets sent over Dante again into an input on our computer, which is then fed to our STL program, which is proprietary software made by Maxwave, and it's fabulous. I can't really show you it, but I'll put a link in the description of this video to the website of MaxWave, so you can go and take a look and see how awesome it is and some of the tech that's in it. It really has been a lovely experience, but we're moving out again tomorrow, and the one thing I'm not excited for is putting everything that we ripped out. So that's going to be fun, identifying all the wires and stuff. Like, this has come out of Studio One, that's come out the rack, that's come out the rack. Yeah. Anyway, that concludes our video here of how everything works and our time here in our shop front, which has been lovely, by the way. And I guess until the next video, we'll see you around.